Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. My name's Dave, and I am well, today is actually Thanksgiving. I'm not doing this film on a day prior to, unfortunately, because of what I'm cooking today. That just wouldn't be smart. Well, I don't know, smart, but I'm frying a turkey for you guys today. So actually I'm frying two, but you know, I didn't want to fry a turkey a week in advance because I didn't want to get tired of turkey. You know, I can tolerate it maybe once or twice a year, and that's about it. So I had to wait till the actual day, so we're ready to chow down on it. But I've got the two birds right here. We decided to go with two 12-pound birds instead of one big, large bird. And they are ButterBall, so they're already pre-brined. So if you don't want to do a brine, definitely get ButterBall. One thing I would recommend is also for each bird that you have, whether it's one or two, get you this Tony Chichere's marinade for injecting. It does come with this little injector right here, but I'm going to use this one. I bought this a couple years ago, but I have used these that come with the liquid in the past up until I got this, and they work just fine. This just works a whole lot better, mainly because you can see right here, there's a little, that's where the marinade comes out right there and right there. Whereas on this, as I spin it around, you can see multiple holes for it to eject out of. You may want to get two if you've got like a big old 24-pound turkey or something like that. Maybe even two for a 20-pound turkey. My reasoning is you can never have too much marinade. You'll also need a temperature probe. And all of these items, the injector, the temperature probe, my fryer, all of that I will include in the description below. What we'll be using today is a Masterbuilt XL turkey fryer. And I've had this for about, I think this is my third year of having it, and it works great. If you open it up, it's got the basket instructions. This is the handle to lift the basket out with. That's the drain spout for once you're done cooking and to drain the grease. Instructions. There's the actual basket. And I'm not sure if you can see right now, but there's a max line right here for filling your oil up to. Masterbuilt does suggest that no matter what size item you are cooking, to go ahead and fill up to that max line, no matter what. So we've always done that. Of course, with a turkey, it's always going to go max. But you know what? If you're doing shrimp or fried chicken or something, you know, individual little smaller pieces, still fill it up to the max line. And then you'll need, this is a 35-pound jug of peanut oil. These are normally $40 at Walmart. We got this at Costco this year and it was $58. So the inflation has definitely hit the peanut oil as well. And it'll use quite a bit of this jug to fill up that reservoir, to fill up that bucket. So these turkeys have been in the refrigerator pretty much for about, I'd say 7 days. They were frozen. Unfortunately, we've got the type of refrigerator that, you know, you put tea or milk or whatever out there, creamer, you know, extra stuff. It's the refrigerator out in our garage. And over time, it will definitely freeze up. So it's pretty hard for things to actually thaw out in the refrigerator. So what we did instead is, yesterday, Christina, while I was at work, she would take just room temperature water, fill up a sink, and place these in there, and then change out the water every hour. And she did that for about, I'd say 8 to 10 hours. But yeah, the outsides of these are pretty soft. And if you do that, you'll notice that this outer thing will blow up almost like a balloon. And don't let that worry you, that's completely normal. What I'm gonna do now is open up the turkeys and make sure that they are completely thawed out. And I may have to give them like a little bit of a warm bath just to make sure the center cavity is completely, you know, ice crystal free and stuff like that, because the last thing you wanna do is place a frozen turkey in hot oil. And speaking of hot oil, this is something else that's great about this is it's got automatic temperature. So you just set it to 375 and it automatically will maintain the temperature versus having to fight it with an outdoor one. And Masterbuilt even says not to use these outdoor because mainly I'm thinking it's because of the temperature outside, and we'll time it. Once I actually turn it on and turn the temperature up to 375, see how long it takes that oil to heat up and get ready. I almost forgot two of my most important items. Tony shish rays, that's for the outside of the bird. We'll do that on one, and then we'll use my cluck seasoning on the other bird. I'm interested to see how different they look once they come out, because this is probably going to have a darker tint to it because it's got all, this seasoning is kind of reddish orange to begin with. But let's get these turkeys out of their wrapping and we will see if they require a bath or not. So since today is Thanksgiving, guys, there will be traffic in the background. Christina's over there cooking stuffing and candied yams. We'll have family coming over, so there may be talking and traffic in the background. I'm not a good enough editor to zero all that out, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But before I open the turkeys up, I figured it'd be a good idea to go ahead and put the oil in the fryer and go ahead and get it preheating. So I think it's going to take a long time. I'll let you know how long it actually takes. So we're gonna, golly, it's heavy. Good. Also, keep your oil in the box. You'll make less of a mess that way. It's even designed, so it's got a little cutout so there's room for it to pour out. But what we want to do is, now that it's up to the max line, I'll show you. That's it right there, and it's really hard to see the max, but it's right there on it. Once you've got your oil in there, we'll take the cord, plug it up. It is magnetic, so it'll break off just like that if somebody were to bump into this thing. And then we're going to take this and just turn it all the way up. And as you see, as soon as I started turning it, that green light turned off. It's set for 375. And it is now 8:34. We'll see how long it actually takes for it to turn green. So I've got several gloves here. It's always a good idea to use gloves whenever you're dealing with raw meat with your hands. And I just went ahead and got several pairs because I know I'll be taking them off, putting them on, and I'll link those as well. So I'll put the bird in the sink. I'm just going to cut it right up here where they've got it all sealed up. Probably the easiest point of entry. All right, so the first thing you'll notice is when you pull him out, he's gonna have a little flap of skin containing his leg. I do not keep giblets. That's the turkey neck. There should be a bag of giblets in there somewhere. Usually it's in the front, up around where the neck would be, and there it is. Yucky, yucky. So what I've done is, well, somebody must be here because the dog's going crazy. This bird is actually thawed. There is no need for me to put it in a warm bath. Now we just gotta wait for the fryer to heat up, and I'm going to go ahead and inject and season him. So I put the bird into the old roasting pan we used to use for our turkeys. This plunger is definitely stiff, but that's because it's pretty airtight. So that's to be expected. But yeah, you just want to stick that bad boy all the way in there and plunge away. Yeah, don't forget about your thigh meat, which is underneath the bird at this point. With this big plunger, it doesn't take long to run out of this stuff. So I'm going to do another injection in the back of the breast, and that's probably going to be about. So now we want to season it. I'm going to flip it. So I get the bottom of it first. Go ahead, liberally. Oh gosh. Oh. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's. Whew. Glad I don't. Oh man, I may have to sneeze. Come on, let's get some more, please. Okay, that's good for that. Gotta save it for the top.
You just stick it over. Scoot it over. It's almost done.
There, pour some in my hand. There.
That's it.
And then make sure you put some of your seasoning inside the cavity. Press it on a little bit. $8.54 and that grease is still not ready. So once that's ready, I'll show myself dropping the bird into the fryer, and then once this bird is frying, then I'll rinse and repeat with the other bird. And I won't show you everything as far as, you know, seasoning it and all that. We'll just go straight from taking both the birds out, so it'll look like they were back to back. Is it going? Okay, so you can see the light's green. It actually took about 50 minutes. So that's the one downside. It does take forever to heat that oil up, just because it has that one little element in there. It's not got like propane fire underneath it, you know, boosting it. So outdoor will definitely heat up faster. But what you want to do is, before you put it in there, make sure you spray your basket. And then you just simply take the turkey. I was about to put it in there backwards, I think. And just lay it on in there. That simple. So we'll open it up. And you take your little hook.
Hang on.
And just right there on these right here. And we'll take it over to the fryer. And slowly drop that in there, and then we're going to cook it for 4 minutes per pound, so about 48 minutes. All right, it's been about 50 minutes. That bird is definitely done, but of course we'll have to make sure. That's the good thing about that rack. It sits right up there, like so. That way you can let it drain out. Yeah, that bird is looking wonderful. A lot of grease inside that cavity. Let's stick this thing in the fat part of the breast and see how much it is measuring out at. Oh, it's definitely done. That's 175, 176. Let's check the other side and make sure. That's up to 180. So yeah, that bird's definitely done. Okay, so we got this bird up here. How we got it out of the fryer was basically, we couldn't do it because she was holding the thing, so we had to put the camera down so she could hold this. And while she was holding that, I took these basically and scooped the bird out like that. So I just basically just tongued it and pulled it out. And so it's gonna sit up here so that oil can drain out that's still left in it. And then over here we've got our other bird. And that's just got my cluck seasoning on it. I need to go ahead and maybe I'll leave his legs in on this one. And then we have to wait. We're gonna add just a tad bit of oil, so we have to wait for that to reheat. And then once that's done, we'll drop that bird in there and we'll be almost done. The green light finally came on the turkey after we took the first one out. On the turkey fryer after we took the first one out. How long do you say that was? 20, 25 minutes?
At least.
At least. For it to reheat. I'll go ahead and respray the pan, although it's already greasy, so it probably doesn't need that. We'll go ahead and take this bird. Lay her right in there like that. Grab the old tongs. And down she goes. This time it's going to do 45 minutes since it was over. I don't want to overfocus, so we'll see you in a little while. Timer just expired on number 2. Gotta get my hook. That one looks even better. Wow. So as long as its temperature is done, we can go ahead and turn this off. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Perfect. Got the second one all taken apart, and I have combined both of them into containers. Let me show you. So that's both birds combined. Got white meat right here, dark meat over here. You're probably only counting 3 legs. The very first leg I took off, I tore it apart, and I didn't do that with the rest of them. I tried to give you guys as comprehensive of a plan as possible, detail by detail. Hopefully I didn't leave anything out. Comment down below if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer anything you might have. Hope you had a memorable Thanksgiving and spent time with your friends and family or by yourself, whatever you find as a good Thanksgiving. Time to eat. See you on the next video, guys. Bye now.